Hello students, today we will start the new topic from the chapter depreciation, and our topic of discussion is methods of calculation of depreciation. Now there are various kinds of methods for calculation of depreciation which I will be discussing with you, but we'll concentrate mostly on two types of methods for calculating of depreciation. That is, first one is straight line method and the second one is diminishing balance method. Okay, so out of all the methods we'll consider only these two methods. These two methods are only there in your syllabus. So now we will move on to the various methods of calculation of depreciation. So here we have the various methods. So first one is straight line method, which is also known as original cost method or fixed installment method. Why? Because under this method the rate of depreciation or the amount of depreciation remains fixed every year. So that is why we call it as a straight line method or fixed installment method or original cost method. Okay. Then the second method is diminishing value method or diminishing balance method. Okay. So these two methods are only there in your syllabus. So we learn in details about these two methods, and the rest of the methods are annuity method, machine hour rate method, revaluation method, sum of the years digit method. Okay, annuity method, every year we are charging depreciation on annuity basis. Machine hour rate means how much hour the machine is being working, on that basis the depreciation is being charged. Revaluation method means every year or at a certain period of time the assets or the depreciated assets are being revalued. And some of the years digit method means this is also one type of method for calculation of depreciation. Now today I will discuss with you the first method with the sum. So now I will move on to the sum. Okay. Okay, before I move on to the sum, I would like to discuss the various merits, demerits, and the method of calculating depreciation under straight line method. Okay, so what is the procedure under straight line method that I will be discussing with you now. So we move on to that next. So here is about straight line method. So this is the simple way of calculating depreciation, because under this method the depreciation value remains same every year. Okay, so the formula for for calculating depreciation is purchase price of asset or original price of asset minus salvage value, which will be given in your question. And for your knowledge, you should know that what is the salvage value. Salvage value means the scrap value. That means at the end of the estimated life or estimated use of the asset, whatever the value remains, that means how much we can realize by selling of the asset as a scrap, that is known as salvage value. So we deduct that from the original price, and whatever is the amount that is being divided by the estimated life of the asset. This estimated life of the asset is completely on our estimation, that this we just estimate, we just predict that this much years the machine can the or the asset can sustain in the business, or it can give us the useful uh, benefits from it. Okay, so this is completely on the prediction or the estimation. So this is the way we calculate straight line method depreciation. And now I'll move on to the merits and demerits of it. So straight line method has no such major drawbacks. It is also very much widely accepted, as it is the simplest way of calculating depreciation. But only one thing that this method lacks, or it has a drawback, is that this estimated life of the asset is being completely um, dependent on the estimation or on prediction. It has no uh, solid reasons or logic behind this estimation. So this is one of the major drawback of this method. Otherwise this method has no such drawbacks. Okay, so now I move on to the sum. So here I have the sum for you, that is on 1st April 2009, A Limited purchased the machine for rupees 50,000. That means the original cost of the machine is 50,000 and spent rupees 1,000 on its carriage. So this is an expense for the business. The estimated life of the machinery is considered to be 10 years. That means the machinery is estimated to be in the useful form for 10 years, after which it will be sold off. And we are expecting that 10,000 amount as a scrap value will be realized after we sell off the machinery at the end of the estimated years, okay, not before that. So after 10 years, if you sell off the machinery, we'll get a salvage value or the scrap value of 10,000 from the machinery. Now you have to you have to pass the journal entries and prepare machinery account and depreciation account, and you have to calculate depreciation on the basis of straight line method or original cost method or fixed installment method for 4 years. So we move on to the solution. First of all, I'll explain you how we are calculating the depreciation. Sometimes the depreciation rate will be given. You have to just simply multiply the depreciation rate with the machinery, original cost of the machinery, into the number of months or number of years. And sometimes it will not be given. In that case, we have to take out the percentage or the rate of depreciation. Okay. So here we have the calculation of annual depreciation. That is, I have already discussed with you the formula: original cost of asset minus scrap value or salvage value by estimated life of the asset. So from 50,000 we minus 10,000 and divide it by 10 years, because estimated life is given 10 years, and we get 4,000 as a depreciation amount per year. So this 4,000 remains fixed. So per year we will be charging the depreciation as 4,000. Now the rate of depreciation will be calculated on this formula, that is annual amount of depreciation 4,000 in our case by total cost of asset. So total cost of the asset, whatever it is, you have to put it there according to the question, and then you have to multiply by 100 and you'll get the rate of depreciation. Okay, so in most of the questions you will be given the rate, but if it is not given, you can take it out for your convenience. Okay, now we move on to the journal entries first of all. So here on 1st April 2009, since we have purchased the machinery and we have incurred an expense also, that is carriage, and it was in cash. So total cost of the machinery on this date sums up to 51,000. Okay, and for cash we have given 50,000, and for carriage we have paid 1,000 as cash. Then at the end of the year we charge the depreciation. So the entry goes like this: depreciation account debit to machinery account, because depreciation is a expense and it reduces the value of the asset. So 4,000, this remains same 4,000 for every year in case of this method, first method, SLM method. Okay, straight line method. So here I have passed the journal entry for only 1 year, but if it in the question it's mentioned for 4 years, you have to pass it for the 4 years only. So just I have given the note for your reference. So at the end of each year, this fixed amount of depreciation will be charged. So on 31st March 2011, you will again pass on entry, same entry, depreciation to machinery account 4,000. Similarly, you have to carry it or you have to just follow it for 4 years. Okay, so I have done it for 1 year only, but in your question, if it's given 4 years, you have to do it for 4 years only. So the entry remains same and the amount also remains same. So that's why I have not done it again. So now we move on to the machinery account. So here comes the machinery account. On the 1st April, we write it on the debit side, since machinery is purchased and expenses is being incurred on it. And on the last date of the year, by depreciation 4,000 is being charged on the credit side. And then we have to balance it, and the balancing amount comes to 47,000 and the total amount comes to 51,000. Okay, now next year on 1st April 2010, balance BD is being brought as 47,000 and depreciation also remains same 4,000. So balance CD, the closing balance comes to 43,000 and that makes its total as 47,000. Similarly, again to balance BD on the next opening date, on 1st April 2011, 43,000, and depreciation, see here, remains same at the end of the year. So we are charging 4,000 depreciation and balance sheet is 39,000, and same way 39,000 is being brought down on the next opening entry. Depreciation remains same 4,000 and balance sheet is 35,000. So this marks the end of the machinery account. Now we come to depreciation account. Depreciation account, uh, we just pass the entry from the machinery account. So depreciation account, in the debit side we'll write machinery account 4,000, and by PL account, by because at the end of the year depreciation is being charged on the PL account. Okay, and it will be recorded in the debit side as an expense. So by we transfer this depreciation amount to the PL account. By PL account 4,000. So this thing has to be repeated for 4 years because it remains same. So you can find that the depreciation amount is also same, and the amount we are charging to PL account is also same every year. So I hope this much is clear to everyone. If you have any problem, kindly contact me. Thank you, children.